Hello everyone, and I'm here to quickly show you on how to create Blob storage and AdlsGen2 storage accounts in Microsoft Azure. In Microsoft Azure, before you create any storage account, you need to create resource group. As you can see on our screen, if you navigate to the left corner of our screen, you could see a where they wrote resource group here. And if we otherwise want, you can easily type resource group on this above here. It will pop up. But because of time, let's really use this particular navigation here. Let's close this. Let's close this and navigate to the left hand side of our panel, as you can see. But you go to create. Click on create account. When you create account, we have subscription and we also have resource group name. So we have to name our resource group name by giving it some unique name like practicing let's say RGFM practicing. So in this particular hour we are choosing our region. Let's put as default South Africa North, or can choose any region that we like. So but as default, let's leave this South Africa. Then we click on create. We click on create again, review and create. As you can see, as our resources have been created, but for us to see our resource group name, we need to refresh the page. When we refresh it, you see our resource group, which is this. This is our resource group that we created. So right now, to create a blob storage account, we need to scroll back to the panel on the left hand side, navigate to it, and click and go to storage account. As you can see, this is storage account. We click on the storage account. When we click on the storage account, the pop-up will come up. These are some of the storage accounts that we've created already. Then we go to create a storage account, which is blob storage account. We click here. So when we click here, then we go to our resource group name, which is RG practicing. When we click on this particular one, we scroll down again. We give our storage account. For the blob storage, let's say for the blob storage, let's give him blob practicing. You can see if the name has been taken, you will see it under the red line or notification on that this name has been taken, but the name has not been taken. That's why it's accepted. So after naming our storage account name, then we go to our primary service to choose the storage that we want. We click on this particular icon, then we click on blob storage. This is our account. Then we now click on create and review and create. When you click on review and create, you can see our blob storage will be created automatically for this. We wanted to create our first blob storage first. As you can see on the screen, it's validating the progress. So it's in progress. Fine. Then our storage account will be created now. You can see the location in South Africa North. Then storage account is blob practicing. Then let's click on create. Click on create. So the blob storage will be created. We are just using it just to practicalize or practicing on how to create a blob storage account and AdlsGen2 storage account in Microsoft Azure. You can see it's submitting our deployment. Deployment is in progress, as you can see. As you can see, it's a deployment in progress. But notwithstanding, let's hold on. Fine. Our deployment is successful. So let's go back to resource Go back to resource group. So right now, as you can see our resource group, then we click on this particular, you can see blob storage services has been created. This is blob storage practicing. This is the storage account that we created just now. So let's create the second storage, which is AdlsGen2. We go back to the storage account on the left hand side of our navigator. We click on this. When we click on the storage account again, we go to create a new storage account. We click on create a new storage account. So this particular storage account, we go to resources. We select our resources first. Very, very important. This is practicing, RV practicing. After selecting that, we name our storage account. Now we are creating a AdlsGen2 storage account. Let's say, let's call this one AdlsGen2 practicing. Practice. Let's say it is a dev. We said the storage account name is already been taken. So let's change it again. Let's say practicing. You can see it has saved this particular name for our storage account. So we have to pick our storage account here, which is this. Then we click on the Blob storage and Azure Data Lake storage. You click on this. After clicking on this, we have to scroll down. Then we click on what? Mind you, remember that we have created the Blob storage account on the initial stage. This one is AdlsGen2 storage you want to create. We click on next. When we click on next on this particular one, we have to go to the hierarchy, the enable hierarchy namespaces, which is this. We have to check it by clicking on this particular arrow here. Then we click on review and create. So right now we want to create our AdlsGen2. That's the process we are doing now. So it's still validating in progress. Validation is still in progress. Fine. Then let's click on create. So we're submitting our deployment. Then let's see what's going to happen here. You can see deployment is in progress. Let's click on refresh so that it can be faster. So deployment is succeeded. Fine. So let's go to resource group. Click on resource group. When we click on resource group, we have to see it. Let's click on this space. I can see data lake storage account has been created. Let's go to storage accounts itself. Our storage accounts. These are our storage accounts. These are Blob storage accounts. So let's see. Let's refresh and identify the Blob storage that was created now. This is the AdlsGen2 that we created, and this is the Blob storage account that we created. This comes to an end on how to create a storage account, Blob storage account, and AdlsGen2 account in Azure Microsoft platform. Thank you and God bless.